Reset your body in 7 days. Fasting is hands down one of the most powerful tools you can use to reset and heal your body. The idea of not eating for several days might sound extreme at first. We're conditioned to believe that health comes from eating nourishing foods and that skipping meals is harmful. But the truth is, our bodies are biologically designed for periods without food. For most of human history, we didn't eat 3 meals a day plus snacks. Food wasn't available around the clock. Our ancestors often went through cycles of feast and famine, and our genes still expect that rhythm. When we fast, we're not starving. We're unlocking a genetic survival program that repairs, regenerates, and transforms the body in ways food never could. So what exactly happens if you stop eating for 5 or even 7 days? Let's walk through it step by step. Day 1. The very first thing your body does is burn through its glycogen, the stored form of sugar in your liver and muscles. Each gram of glycogen holds onto about 3 grams of water, so when glycogen is depleted, you lose a lot of water weight, often 1 to 3 pounds on the first day alone. At the same time, insulin levels plummet. That's critical because insulin is the master switch that determines whether you burn sugar or fat. When it drops, the door to your fat stores swings open, and your body begins to fuel itself on what it has in abundance. Stored fat. Surprisingly, hunger decreases because your body is literally eating its own fuel around the clock. To make the transition smoother, it's smart to take electrolytes like sodium, potassium, magnesium, and calcium. These keep your energy steady and prevent muscle cramps or dizziness. Day 2. By now, you're in ketosis. Ketones are molecules made from fat, and your brain loves them. Unlike the energy roller coaster of glucose, ketones provide stable, powerful fuel. Many people notice sharper focus, heightened concentration, and even a sense of calm. Another major process also kicks in: autophagy. This is your body's cellular recycling system. Old, damaged proteins and cellular debris are broken down and repurposed into fresh building blocks. It's like spring cleaning at the microscopic level, and it's one of the reasons fasting is considered an anti-aging tool. Day 3. Ketosis deepens and your brain feels incredible. That's because fasting stimulates BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor, a powerful compound that boosts learning, memory, and even the creation of new neurons. BDNF can surge by as much as 400%, leaving you feeling clear, creative, and even euphoric. Meanwhile, autophagy intensifies, and now it starts to clean up damaged mitochondria, the tiny energy factories inside your cells. Since mitochondrial dysfunction is at the root of most chronic disease, this cleanup is like repairing your body at the source. Even your immune system gets a reboot. Old, worn-out white blood cells are recycled, while stem cells are activated to generate new ones. In essence, your immune system is reset, becoming stronger and more youthful. Day 4. By this point, your fat burning is at maximum, and hunger is almost non-existent. It may seem impossible that you're not hungry after 4 days without food, but that's the beauty of ketosis and fat adaptation. Your body is being fed non-stop by your own reserves. Genes linked to longevity and stress resistance switch on. Your body also ramps up its own antioxidant production, protecting cells from damage more effectively than food-based antioxidants ever could. Autophagy is now at full throttle, targeting precancerous cells, protein clumps linked to neurodegenerative disease, and inflamed tissues throughout the body. Inflammation drops dramatically, and your entire system begins to feel lighter and more efficient. Day 5. The benefits don't stop, they compound. Skin, joints, muscles, and the brain all continue to regenerate. Growth hormone levels are elevated, protecting your lean muscle mass and driving cellular repair. But now comes the critical part: refeeding. After 5 days, your digestive system has been on vacation. You can't just slam it with a big meal. The first foods should be small, gentle, and easy to digest. Bone broth, a boiled egg with sauerkraut, avocado, or a handful of berries. Gradually, over 24-48 hours, you reintroduce regular meals. This careful refeeding phase unleashes a flood of stem cells, which go to work rebuilding tissues, organs, and even the lining of your gut. If you do this correctly, the regeneration that follows is extraordinary. But what if you push further into a 7-day fast? Days 6 and 7 take you even deeper into this healing state. By now, inflammation markers are at rock bottom. and your body has shifted into survival optimization. Extended fasting is where people often notice profound mental clarity, elevated mood, and even spiritual insights. The thymus gland, the training ground for your immune system, grows stronger. Stem cell activation ramps up dramatically, preparing for an even greater rebuild when you refeed. Some studies suggest that fasting for 7 days can cut the risk of chronic diseases, rejuvenate the gut lining more thoroughly, and enhance the diversity of your gut microbiome, which is crucial for digestion, immunity, and even mental health. The longer fast does require more care. Electrolytes become even more important, as do rest, hydration, and gentle movement like walking. Stress management matters too, because high cortisol can trigger cravings or fatigue. But if done properly, a 7-day fast can feel like pressing the reset button on your entire system, not just physically, but mentally and emotionally as well. When you finally refeed after a 7-day fast, it's like planting new seeds in freshly tilled soil. Every bite of nutrient-dense, high-quality food is used more efficiently. This is when you want to prioritize organic vegetables, healthy fats like avocado or olive oil, pasture-raised eggs, grass-fed meats, and probiotic-rich foods like sauerkraut or kimchi. Because your body is in hyper-rebuilding mode, the quality of food you choose will determine the quality of the new cells you build. Fasting isn't about deprivation. It's about unlocking the hidden repair systems of the body. Whether you try 5 days or push to 7, the science is clear. Fasting can trigger healing pathways that no drug or supplement can match. It's not just about losing weight. It's about resetting your metabolism, rejuvenating your immune system, regenerating your gut, and even renewing your brain. For many people, this experience is nothing short of life-changing. When you stretch a fast beyond just a day or two, the body begins to operate on a completely different set of rules. The hormonal landscape shifts dramatically. Insulin, which is often elevated in people eating 3 to 5 times a day, drops to its lowest baseline levels. This not only allows fat burning to dominate, but it also makes your body more insulin sensitive once you return to eating. For many people, this improved insulin sensitivity is one of the most powerful ways to reverse metabolic issues like prediabetes, insulin resistance, or even type 2 diabetes. Another hormone that changes significantly is growth hormone. By day 3 through day 7 of fasting, levels of human growth hormone may increase by 300 to 1200%. This is a survival mechanism. Your body is preserving lean muscle and encouraging repair, not breakdown. While people often fear that fasting will eat away their muscles, the opposite is true. Fat becomes the preferred fuel, growth hormone protects muscle, and your body enters repair mode. Your digestive system also experiences profound changes. Normally, the gut is constantly bombarded with food particles, additives, and potential irritants. But during a prolonged fast, the gut lining finally has the chance to heal. The thin single-cell barrier that separates your digestive tract from the bloodstream can regenerate without constant exposure to food. This is a powerful reset for people struggling with leaky gut, chronic bloating, or inflammation triggered by food sensitivities. Within 5 to 7 days, the gut lining is almost completely renewed, creating a stronger shield against toxins and pathogens. Fasting also activates sirtuins, a family of longevity genes. These genes are linked to better DNA repair, reduced inflammation, and longer lifespan. They help stabilize the genome, protecting you from mutations that could otherwise lead to cancer or degenerative disease. In simple terms, fasting flips on the body's anti-aging switch. This is why people often notice clearer skin, brighter eyes, and sharper thinking after completing a prolonged fast. In the brain, ketones continue to provide superior fuel compared to glucose. Studies show that ketones enhance mitochondrial efficiency in neurons, protect against oxidative stress, and even increase the expression of BDNF, which stimulates the growth of new neurons. For people at risk of cognitive decline, fasting may help preserve memory and focus well into old age. The brain feels lighter, thoughts flow more easily, and many people describe a sense of mental freedom that is hard to achieve in a constantly fed state. Autophagy, the recycling and repair system, continues to run on overdrive. Damaged proteins that would otherwise accumulate and contribute to diseases like Alzheimer's or Parkinson's are broken down and cleared. Dysfunctional mitochondria are replaced with new, more efficient ones. Inside immune cells, hidden pathogens like viruses and bacteria are destroyed. By the time you've reached 5 to 7 days of fasting, you've essentially cleaned house at a cellular level. The immune system is one of the most dramatic beneficiaries. Around day 3, old and inefficient white blood cells are cleared out. By days 5 through 7, stem cells are activated and begin preparing to build an entirely new immune system. This means that once you refeed, your body doesn't just go back to normal. It comes back stronger. Your defenses are sharper, and your immune response is more balanced. Instead of overreacting to harmless triggers, your immune system saves its power for real threats. From a broader perspective, fasting is the ultimate reset button. The processes of autophagy, stem cell activation, gut healing, and immune regeneration all peak between days 5 and 7. By pushing past the initial discomfort of the first 48 hours, you open the door to transformations that can only happen in this extended window. That's why people often describe a 7-day fast as life-changing. It's not just weight loss, it's rebuilding health from the inside out. The benefits of a 5 to 7 day fast don't end once the fast is over. In fact, the most profound changes often unfold during the refeeding period. When you begin eating again, stem cells that were activated during the fast suddenly spring into action. They begin rebuilding tissues throughout the body, regenerating the gut lining, restoring the immune system, strengthening joints, and even contributing to new muscle growth. This is why the refeeding phase is just as important as the fasting phase itself. If you break a prolonged fast with sugar, refined carbs, or processed foods, you squander this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to rebuild stronger. Instead, the best approach is to reintroduce nutrient-dense, whole foods gradually. Think bone broth, steamed vegetables, fermented foods, healthy fats, and high-quality proteins. These provide the raw materials your body needs to build healthier cells. For example, omega-3 fats can be incorporated into cell membranes, making them more resilient. Minerals like magnesium and zinc are used to support hundreds of enzymatic processes. Antioxidants from vegetables and berries help protect the new cells as they develop. This rebuilding period is also where fasting reveals its anti-aging potential. Skin begins to look fresher and more elastic, inflammation in the joints decreases, and energy levels rise. The mitochondria, the tiny power plants in your cells, multiply and become more efficient, leading to a long-lasting improvement in metabolism. Some people even notice improved tolerance to foods they previously reacted to, since the gut barrier is now stronger and more resilient. Beyond physical benefits, fasting also transforms your relationship with food. After 5 to 7 days of not eating, you realize how little of your hunger is real and how much is habit or emotional. Food cravings that once felt uncontrollable lose their power. You begin to appreciate food more deeply, choosing quality over quantity. Many people adopt healthier eating patterns naturally after a prolonged fast without forcing themselves into restrictive diets. The hormonal reset achieved during fasting also lingers. Insulin sensitivity improves, meaning your body can handle carbohydrates more effectively without triggering fat storage. Leptin, the hormone that signals satiety, becomes more responsive, so you actually feel full when you eat. Ghrelin, the hunger hormone, becomes more balanced. This hormonal harmony makes it easier to maintain a healthy weight and avoid the cycle of overeating. Another fascinating change is in the microbiome. By day 5 or 7, your gut microbes adapt to the fasting state, and when you refeed, their diversity increases. A more diverse microbiome is linked to better digestion, stronger immunity, and even improved mood. This explains why some people feel calmer, happier, and more balanced after a prolonged fast. It's worth emphasizing that fasting is not about punishment or deprivation. It's about healing and renewal. However, it should be approached wisely. Beginners should start with intermittent fasting, 16 to 18 hours daily, before attempting multi-day fasts. Prolonged fasting should be supported with electrolytes, plenty of water, and rest. And it should be broken carefully with the right foods. When done responsibly, fasting is not dangerous. It is one of the most natural and powerful health tools available. So what's the difference between a 5-day fast and a 7-day fast? Both will trigger ketosis, autophagy, and immune reset. But the 7th day allows these processes to deepen. More damaged cells are cleared, more stem cells are primed, and the gut lining undergoes more complete renewal. For some, 5 days is enough. For others seeking maximum regeneration, 7 days provides an even greater reset. At the end of the day, fasting gives you something that constant eating never can: the ability to heal from within. It clears away the old, the damaged, and the inflamed, and makes room for new, stronger, more resilient cells. Whether you try it for 5 days or 7, the results can be extraordinary. If this insight into prolonged fasting has inspired you, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Have you ever tried fasting for multiple days? What changes did you notice in your body and mind? Share your experience in the comments below. And if you want more deep dives into powerful health strategies like this, make sure to subscribe to Live Healthy. Every day, hit the like button and follow along, because your health journey is just getting started.